All right, everybody, good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. I know I said I was going to post this video yesterday, sometime in the evening, but I just can't shake it. All I want to do whenever I'm awake, for the most part, is go to sleep and hope that when I wake up, I feel good again, but I can't shake it. I can't shake it. This isn't necessarily uncommon. I only get sick once every few years, and it hits like a truck. So, whatever. I'm just pushing through it. I'm just trying to get through it. But I figured I'd go ahead and post the video anyway, even though it's a day late and people are not really going to care because, I mean, it wasn't much of a game, to be perfectly honest. There isn't much to say. And it was yesterday anyway. But yeah, Washington, I don't even really feel like it was a slow start thing. But regardless, yeah, that was ugly. That was pretty ugly. And let's talk about it for a minute. Be right back. All right, guys, let's take a minute so I can tell you guys about Sleeper. I'll tell you a little secret as well. It's more than just a platform for fantasy leagues. This year, millions of users have enjoyed playing fantasy sports on Sleeper, but there's so much more to it. You have live stats, real-time updates of all stats. You have a news feed with lightning-fast updates on players and teams, and a real-time chat where you can engage with other users about plays, performances, games, all kinds of stuff during the sports season. So download Sleeper, experience it for yourself, and don't forget to use my promo code SBN to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit, and pair that with their new promo that will give you a free $20 entry, no deposit needed. So you can use both of those promos. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and going. So check out Sleeper today and use those promos. All right. So yeah, 24-7, and that's kind of what I was afraid of. Although again, I don't know if I would even sit there and say, oh, we started slow because of the 9 a.m. start. Like, it didn't even really feel like that. It's not like we warmed up as the game went on. If anything, we were playing better early than we were late, to be perfectly honest. Like, it was tied at halftime. It was a tied game until Demon started turning the ball over. So it wasn't even really that. It was just Demon was off. Like, Demon threw some terrible passes in this game, way off, bad decisions, just you can really see how a more talented defense can clamp down on this offense and just completely make them a non-threat. And when you compare it to how they played against some really weak defenses, like even going back to last week, and Rutgers is not a terrible team, but you can see the difference in ability. And it's just one of those things where I'd say that another offseason could fix it, but we're going to lose two of our best skill position players this offseason to the draft in all likelihood. So not really the case. There isn't enough going on this team other than Coleman and Boston, unfortunately. And those guys are great. Those guys are awesome. Awesome. Excuse me. Forgetting how words work right now. But it's not enough. And I think that this will be a good season, but I think we learned yesterday that this is not going to be a great season. Offensive line had a really bad day. Offensive line was getting blown up. Really, really rough out there for them. They were missing their starting left guard and left tackle. I understand that, but there were some plays where we tried to have our pass catching tight end, like not even a blocking tight end, a pass catching tight end go one-on-one against an edge rusher, and you got the result that you would expect to have in that situation. And it's like, how did we think that was going to work? I don't understand where that comes from. I felt like we abandoned the run probably a little too early. It felt like we got to a point in that game where it was still close, even when it was still tied, and it just felt like we wanted to go pass, pass, pass. Probably just felt like we weren't going to be able to run the ball successfully because of the offensive line and because of the higher level of talent on the Michigan defensive line. But I don't know if this team is in a place where they can just completely abandon the run like that, especially on a day where Demond clearly doesn't have it. I mean, both of his first two interceptions were not even close. And when he doesn't have it, I don't think you can just go into that pure drop back offense anything, we ran the ball more when the game was over than we did when it was competitive. So don't really get that. There were some nice play calls out there. There were some nice, like the 2nd and 19 throw that he made to, I want to say it was Vines Bright. That was a amazing throw, but just not enough. Just not enough. And, I'm not super down on the team after that one, but I do feel like that was a little bit of a, I don't want to call it a reality check because I didn't think this team was a playoff contender, but if you thought that they might have been, I think that game was a wake-up call for you that they're not quite there yet. And maybe a really good offseason can get them there. Maybe a really good recruiting class can get them there in the next couple years. But right now, it's a team that has made improvements over last year, and those improvements are probably going to get them to a slightly better bowl game, but that's about it. They just, I don't know if outclassed is the right word, but you did see what a more physical team can do to them. Like, Michigan's physical, and it is what it is. Now, the defense, I mean, that's the side of the ball that I don't expect a lot out of because I don't think they're very good. But when Justice Haynes was declared out before this game started, I definitely thought to myself, well, okay, this provides a unique opportunity. And it didn't really. Michigan still ran the ball really well. Jordan Marshall ran all over us. Michigan ran for almost 190 yards, and it may as well have been like Justice Haynes played, right? And their misdirection style offense, like a lot of stuff happening around the offensive line. I think you guys all saw Bryce Underwood, the way he played this game, the way Michigan called this game. It was, I don't know, the defense just kind of felt like they were in a blender a little bit. Although, it's not like they played terribly, right? They gave up a lot of yards, but they were actually doing a pretty good job keeping Michigan off the board. Michigan scored a lot of their points off of turnovers. In fact, I think their last 17 points were scored off turnovers. I don't know how much credit I should give to Washington's defense for that when I think Michigan was making a lot of mistakes, like on that 4th down where they had the easy conversion and the running back drops it. But I don't know. I don't expect the world of this defense. I would hope for a little bit better than that, I guess. And the reason why I say that is just because I think that this Michigan passing attack is relatively limited. And for a lot of this game, it's not like they had massive success, but they made you look stupid. It felt like you were not ready for that misdirection style attack that they utilized. So I don't know what else to say. I don't really know what else to say. The game was okay, right? I'm not super down on the team. They hung in there about as well as they did against Ohio State, I guess. And obviously Ohio State's the best team in the country. Michigan is nowhere near that, but Michigan's a very good team too, and it doesn't terribly surprise me. Now, we're 5-2, which is fine, but there remains potential for the rest of this schedule to go poorly. So I think that this Huskies team could collapse and end up with a marginal improvement over last year, which at that point I think you have to start asking questions about the decision makers here. But I'm not there yet. I'm not going to go there yet. I understand that some people are very frustrated right now, but I didn't think things were going to turn around that quickly with Fish after everybody left. Everybody left after DeBoer left. So, I don't know. I'm not too twisted up. But, yeah, that's about all I can say. I'll see you guys later. Bow down to Washington, but not a good game. And, feel like I've been watching Grady Gross miss field goals for 15 years. Really would like to have another kicker next year just for the sake of variety. All right. Go Hawks tomorrow. See ya.